looking at you.
Well, I was down at the protest today against the local council without any consultation with the public to make Newry a city of sanctuary. Now, if you don't know what a city of sanctuary is, it actually means that they'll be taking all the available housing, anywhere they can get rooms, they'll be taking it and giving it to migrants, probably illegal migrants. That's all well and good. I don't mind. I think people have to be housed, but what they're doing is going to take it away from the young people of Newry who are looking to get their first apartment or flat or whatever, or the first young couple trying to get their first house, or trying to get housing executive houses, which is going to be impossible because everything will be reserved for migrants. So I can understand why the people of Newry are protesting. Now, when I was down there, there was a lot of left-wing, for the want of a better word, activists making a lot of noise. He was very disrespectful when the speakers were speaking. They tried to drown them out with all kinds of things, and he was chanting all these stupid things like blame the millionaires or blame the billionaires, whatever it was they were saying. And the only people they didn't blame was the Vikings. Everybody else is to blame for everything else that's going on in the world, except for them, obviously. So to me, none of these people were actually from Newry. I would imagine they'd come in on their own steam, or they've been bussed in. So anyway, we'll leave it at that, and I'll show you the video of the protest. Quite a crowd gathered. I don't know who's doing what or who's what. Left wing anyway in Ipsa.
I have just been notified that one of our councillors was away on holiday and is here. Fair play to him. I know this is a lot of information to take in, but by God, is it important. But what's more interesting is that after that, it was taken to a meeting on the 7th of July to the council. The vote went very much the same way, but those who didn't vote for it, we have one person here today, possibly two, who's willing to stand and tell you, the people of this time, why they didn't vote for it. Okay?
Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here.
Blame the billionaires, not refugees. Blame the billionaires.
Not refugees.
Blame the billionaires. Blame the billionaires.
Surely, that would mean that all of those councillors that we just mentioned voted on something that they knew nothing about. Nothing about it. Now, the thing is this here,
Blame the landlords. Blame the landlords.
we're being made.
Blame the landlords.
You mind didn't do what
Blame the landlords. Blame the landlords. Blame the landlords. Blame the landlords.
Okay, stick with me on this one now, right? The second proposal was raised by Councillor Byrne and second by Councillor Sharvin, and that was literally to bring the initial vote that went to Council back to the first committee in the first place. Back to it. Now, we have heard yesterday that it will be going back, and it will be going back on the 15th of September. Keep that in your diary, folks. You just couldn't write this stuff. You couldn't write it at all. So, these votes, while the majority are favoured of moving ahead with a city of sanctuary, there is a minority of your councillors and my councillors that have voted against it. And a substantial number of our councillors who didn't bother their backsides to vote at all. Just didn't bother the backsides, wouldn't get off their seats, wouldn't go out of the houses. Now bear in on this. Our council is in a moment of serious financial distress. Tens of millions of pounds in debt. It's grappling with deficiencies. Our hospitals are overburdened. Our doctors are stretched. Our GP appointments are scarce. Our schools
doctors being stretched. When you're encouraging their hate being meted out against the doctors, keep them busy how they're going.
and no one can deny that.
I'm not the migrants.
We're saying it's fact.
Refugees.
I don't think there's too many of these people here who are actually from Newry. Looks like they've been bussed in.
And we've tried to declare us a city of sanctuary.
Looks like the left wing.
Don't get me wrong. It's a commendable principle. Commendable principle. But it's one that must be grounded in reality. It must be grounded. And how can we embed that or ground that in reality when we're 60-odd million in debt? We can't even look after our own. Take a look around you. Everybody just take a look around you right now. Under City of Sanctuary, every empty building will be bought or leased by outside agencies for profit. Never be to be released back to this community again. Are there any parents here today? I'm one as well. Listen to this, because under City of Sanctuary, our schools will be changed. The entry requirements, places available to our children, lessons, assembly, class resources, autism support services, and religious instruction. All changed. All changed. Rules pertaining to schools of sanctuary means priority must be given to new settlers. Doctor surgeries will be further impacted. The changes have already started and we all know them. Hospital waiting lists are currently at 6 years for specialised treatment. Under City of Sanctuary, hospital waiting lists are set to lengthen even further. This means not only a strain on our healthcare systems, but also increased strain on us, our families, and those who are sick and in need of care. Our councillors are out of touch with their voters.
I don't see too many of them from Newry. But they're about to be bussed in.
You see anybody out there?
Blame Labour, not refugees. Blame Labour, not refugees. Blame Labour. Blame Labour. Blame Labour. Blame Labour. Blame Labour. Blame Labour. Blame the landlord.
And I really should have started with this.
Blame the landlord.
Contrary to the opinion of these individuals here,
Blame the DUP.
we are not Newry We are Newry Locals Initiative. That's who we are. Newry Locals Initiative. Our locals first initiative will not sit back and watch elected representatives make life-changing decisions without consulting the people they are here to represent. I'm sure you're willing to sit this evening. I'm going to pass the mic over to Mr. Henry Bradley. Given up has been who's going to tell you exactly why him and his colleagues
all the councillors I know in our council do join up to try and do their best, be the Sinn Féin, SDLP, Alliance or whatever, they do. And we actually do work together, and many times for the better good of all our people. The fact is though, that there was a proposal brought to the council committee on the 16th of June to join the City of Santry Local Authority Network and to work towards recognition as a council of Santry. That's a fact, and it was voted through. And the DUP grouping on the council, we're not racist, we're not some guys with horns in our heads, and there was absolutely no information on what this meant, and we voted against it. And since that time, I sent 2 emails to our senior management team, pleading with them to give me the exact information as to what this meant. And I got no reply. As an elected representative representing you as well as everybody else, they couldn't give me a reply. And they didn't reply because they don't know what it entails. But Melissa and Bernie and this group in Newry, they have made a very, very clear judgment on what it contains, and it's not for the benefit of our people. When I come back to full council, we said that this is definitely not in the interest of our people, and we voted against it. And whenever I say our people, I don't care if you're green or orange or Protestant or Catholic. You were born and bred and your family voted. It's your town, and this town is worth protecting. Our district is worth protecting for future generations. Future generations. And I'm going to tell you this now. I seen Graham Linehan was stopped at Heathrow Airport. 5 policemen for taxing about trans issues or something. And I sent him an email and I says, don't worry, Graham. Hopefully you'll get out of jail. Them Protestants are up to no good. Because he wrote that thing. But I truly mean it whenever we say our people. We mean every single person in this district. And we will do our absolute best to make sure that future generations have a district. And I just want to also say, whenever we had people from Eastern Europe coming here, there were surprises in here. We were Protestant, Catholic, or whatever. We really need to stay together on this issue. We really do. I was told before about a guy in Newry called Tommy Morgan. Tommy was a man who was in December in Newry. You know what that man was capable of doing?
So what you've got here is you've got Antifa activists, left-wing scum, complaining about people worrying about the future of the children. And this is all it is. Just disrespectful. And these people are here because they're worried about the future of their children and their grandchildren. And will they be able to get into schools? Will they be able to get housing? If this goes ahead with Newry and Mourne District Council, who have no right to do this over the heads of the people.
Name the billionaires, not refugees. Name the billionaires. Name the billionaires.
By offering a misguided assurance of protection and support regardless of immigration status. Sanctuary cities can become magnets for individuals who choose to bypass lawful entry processes. This undermines the immigration system, disrespects those who come here legally, and places added pressure on public services that are already stretched thin. Second,
Sanctuary cities policies could create unnecessary and confusing legal barriers to lawful and justified removal of individuals who have entered the country legally, particularly those who pose genuine threat to public safety and community well-being. Law enforcement should not in any way be prevented from dealing with individuals involved in criminal activity. Protecting those who disregard our laws, especially those who commit crimes after entering illegally, puts our residents at risk and weakens respect and rule of law. At its core, my opposition comes down to fairness, safety and respect for the law. A city should be welcoming and compassionate for all, not specifically to anybody's immigration status, but it should not do so at the expense of the lawful process or the security of its citizens. There are too many unanswered questions. Council needs to fully and legally examine the consequences of sanctuary status. That was from Councillor Alan Lewis. I'll introduce Niall here. Now we're going to have Niall O'Connell up to speak.
Brothers and sisters of Newry, Catholics and Protestants alike,
I enjoyed what you said.
we stand here today.
I said I enjoyed what you said. It was very true. And that behind us is just disrespectful.
Our history and
My
our
people
future.
here worrying about
For too
the
long,
children, the
we've let
grandchildren's
old wounds
futures.
define us.
But that's how stupid
But now,
they are.
Are they
a new
even from
threat
Newry?
looms that doesn't care about
But
grey
they're all
or
on double
orange.
time.
Mass immigration is flooding our streets, changing our way of life. Look around. In 2025, riots have erupted in places like Ballymena, where ordinary folk are pushed to the brink by unchecked arrivals, straining our resources and sparking violence. This isn't about hate, it's about survival. Historically, immigration has been low, keeping our society tight-knit. But now, waves of migrants are pouring in, overwhelming our hospitals, schools and jobs. And who's enabling this? So-called sanctuary cities, like Belfast, part of the Sanctuary City Network, proudly declaring themselves havens for refugees and asylum seekers, without a thought for locals, just like what has been done in my home county of Donegal. Newry's joining this list too, turning it into a dumping ground for the world's problems. When our families struggle to find housing or work, these policies aren't compassionate, they are reckless. They invite economic migrants who cross sea countries to claim benefits here, while our young people emigrate for opportunities abroad. Take a lesson from Letterkenny, just across the border in Donegal, already embraced as a sanctuary hub, through initiatives like Sanctuary Runners, welcoming thousands of asylum seekers. And what has that brought? Crime is on the rise, with violent incidences, fraud and sexual assault linked to the influx and even international crime